Thank you for joining us. What brings you to Summit 2017?
So we are, as Ideanco, an idea innovator company and consultancy firm, we're very much focused on renewable energy, and we do strategy consultancy and bring innovation in the form of reinventing their existing processes, matrices, but also to take the company to the next level, to make sure that everything that they're doing in renewable energy is also aligned with what's happening in the industry out there, but also aligned with other verticals such as aerospace, defense, security, healthcare and education, and other prominent sectors. Sustainability has been a core focus for us for many years now. It's one of the pillars within our company, and this is something that we advise other companies to go ahead and implement such a pillar within their core business. It's critical for their existence, but also it's very important for them to promote it for the end user, knowing that the end user is demanding for such sustainability and to become independent from the natural resources, which is actual oil and gas. So the demand is coming from the end user, and what brings me here is to make sure that we implement our innovative ideas in place.
Why do people approach you?
So most of the companies that we're being engaged with, whether they are private or public sector, most of them are private, is the fact that they need an independent arm to bring new ideas to them. They're very much busy exploiting their core business, and their exploration arm is a little bit weak. So we come in as the exploration arm for that company to make sure that while they're exploiting the core business, we're exploring new innovative ideas to retain the successful continuity of the company to the future. So that's how we get to be integrated with companies.
Is the ultimate aim to help them be disruptive, or do you just do that as a part of that course of generating a kind of a renewable, sustainable methodology? It
depends on the request from the customers. Some customers, they ask us to go ahead and develop a new disruptive plan for them. It depends on the request. But from our end, we always encourage the form of sustainability in everything that we do, whether it's disruptive technologies, reinvention, creating an innovative strategies for them, a growth strategy. We want to integrate sustainability in everything that we do. So sustainability is something that we push every single day to our customers. It's very difficult to get a traditional mindset to change their point of view, but it takes time. So we bring that awareness to them for a traditional mindset to make sure that they understand the value of sustainability.
What about price point? Ultimately, the man on the street thinks with their wallet. Does this make the product more expensive, or is there a benefit in price point when you finish your consultancy?
Well, the ultimate goal here is to make sure that the product these companies are producing is affordable in the market for the end user. And I just gave you an example, for instance, the likes of Tesla. They're producing a beautiful product, and I have to admit, I'm aligned with it emotionally, but I can't afford it. So it's a very expensive product, and it's targeting a niche market, the rich people, that they want to buy an electric vehicle. So are they really disrupting the market out there? Not really, because they don't have market share. And the likes of giants, for instance, Mercedes, BMW, GM, General Motors, I don't think they consider them as a competitor to them. So, and if they're going to go ahead and run their own electric vehicles, I'm sure they're going to exceed the sales of Tesla. So Tesla has to do something by introducing a new product that's much more affordable than the $150,000 or $110,000 that they're selling right now in the market. So we make sure when we go to the customer that we produce something that has a value but also a good pricing in the market out there for the end user to go ahead and buy it and procure it.
So taking that as an example, how do you then interpolate that onto other businesses? How do you make them more, are you making them more efficient and sustainable? What is it that you bring that they don't have in-house?
Absolutely, it has to be optimized, efficient, much more sustainable. And when we talk about sustainability, really, if you think about it, it's efficiency and optimization is part of it. So yeah, absolutely, the combination of the three. We work on all three of them. We can't ignore being just efficient and not being sustainable. It has to be sustainable, efficient, and optimized at the same time. Keep in mind that we penetrate gaps. So we see where the gaps are. We put priorities on those gaps and we close those gaps. Every single company has gaps, including us. And the question is how to put priority on the top items and close them on quarterly basis or on annual basis. And it could be an opportunity gap or performance gap within these companies. So the question is how to go ahead and allocate these gaps and go to the root cause of those gaps and fix them and make sure that they're efficient, optimized, and sustainability is integrated within them.
You said earlier that demand is coming from the end user, the consumer. Would companies do this otherwise?
The demand is coming from the end user. It's always been the end user, but you have to think about the fact that there's also companies that are creating disruptive products that's creating new demand. So it doesn't have to be really the end user. So it works the other way around. To be disruptive is to create a new product that will create a new market share and new demand, but also you have to understand what's happening in the market out there, what's the demand coming from the likes of you and me. And to cater to those demands as well. So you have to bring the balance between the two. And I truly believe this is something that we've done successful jobs on them in the past 18 years. We've been operational for 18 years. So, and we failed and so many different times. We admit it and we're very transparent at it. And the cool thing about us is that we embrace failure while we're doing these things and we learn from it and we move to the next project. The cool thing about our customers who are into disruption is that they accept the fact that there is a level of failure. They accept it from the beginning. That's why they want to go ahead and disrupt.
That's a very modern way of doing business.
What we find difficult in the market is the smart, intelligent, traditional mindset that we deal with. And there are plenty of them that exist, not just in the UAE, in Western Europe, in North America. So the question is how to go ahead and integrate our services, how to promote our service, how to change the behavior of those people who are really holding powerful positions out there in companies or public sector to make sure that they're aligned with what we're doing. It takes time. It takes a longer time than being anticipated. So we bring pilot projects on the table, we bring proposals, and we tell them, if you do the following from an innovation or disruptive technologies or processes or matrices, this is the future. Some of them, they believe in it, others, they decline to change their behavior. So we leave it for other people to come and take their positions later on in the future. So if it's a no for today, yes for tomorrow. But everything that we do, from the disruptive strategies that we produce, I would say probably 20% of them see the light of day out there. The 80% is either not acceptable or it fails.
So what's most exciting you about this sector?
What excites us the most is the fact that we don't live the status quo. We definitely don't stay traditional. So everything that I tell you right now, soon it's going to be obsolete. And the only way for us to go ahead and keep our successful continuity to the future is to reinvent ourselves. Reinvention is a very tricky subject, and it's very difficult for us as human beings to absorb it and digest it. So we change our behavior, we change our attitude. Keep in mind, just to conclude, there's Generation Z that's coming up soon. And Generation Z, the millennials, so their core values are completely different than our core values. The question is how to go ahead and attract them to work in our company. And the only way for us to do so is to change our values, to make sure that our values are aligned with their values. It's no longer the other way around. So really what motivates us the most is that we see the future, we see it, and we want to make sure that we implement the strategies that we're developing to make sure that human beings are benefiting from everything that we're doing.
Inspiring. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.